There is a state senator in Ohio by the name of George Lang, I believe is his name. I'll go ahead and let you guys speculate as to which party you think he belongs to. Recently, he expressed his belief that disabled children must not come from loving homes that make education a priority. He expressed this in a conversation about funding education. Watch this.
For a fact, and I'm going to make, we know for a fact, and I'm going to make the numbers up. Don't hold me that these numbers are right, but we know for a fact that it costs more to teach a student with severe disabilities. I'm going to make a number up. Let's say that cost is $50,000 a year. It may be 20. I don't know. Compared to a student who is comes from a family with loving mom and a loving dad who put education at a high level, it costs a lot less to educate those students. We know.
There you have it in his own words. And don't tell me that his words were taken out of context. He said what he said and he meant what he said, right? He said it costs more money to educate a student with severe disabilities. Okay, it costs more money to educate a student with severe disabilities. Then he went on to say, compare that to a child that comes from a home with a loving mother and a loving father and who have made education a priority. So, Republican State Senator Lang in Ohio has indicated that it is his belief that children with severe disabilities come from homes with parents who don't love them and who don't make education a priority. Because the Republican Party in 2025 will do anything. They will argue any point in order to not have to take care of people with disabilities. They will argue any point. They will make any argument humanly possible in order to stop supporting people who need it the most. How can you possibly say such a thing, right? Compare that to kids who come from families with a loving mother and a loving father. I'd love to know what Sarah Palin has to say about this comment, even though I don't really particularly, as a general rule, give a fuck what Sarah Palin has to say. I remember when the Republican Party, when McCain was running and Sarah Palin was the VP, I remember when the Republican Party was all about helping those with disabilities. You will have no greater advocate in the White House than I, if we're elected. And we've gone from that to, fuck them, cut their funding. Costs too much money to educate them. And then we wonder how people like the older millennial come to carry the thoughts that they carry. Don't forget, older millennial was the gentleman who went alive with Harry Sisson and some others, said that we should be throwing disabled and elderly people off of mountains because they serve society no good. This is the Republican Party in 2025.